A man runs out of an airport. In the middle of checking in, security cameras capture everything. He looks terrified. He's running from something or someone. He sprints across the tarmac, jumps a fence, disappears into a field. He's never seen again. The footage is online. Millions have watched it. No one knows what he was running from. Another night, another mile, another case that never closed. Tonight, Lars Mittank, 28 years old, German tourist, Varna, Bulgaria, July 8, 2014. He was supposed to fly home. He had his boarding pass. He was at the airport. Then something happened. He panicked, and he ran, straight out of the building, into nothing. This is what we know. June 30th, 2014. Lars Mittank and 5 friends traveled to Bulgaria. Golden Sands, a beach resort on the Black Sea, popular with German tourists. Cheap, warm, good nightlife. They're there for a week, just to relax. Party, normal vacation. Lars is 28, works in shipping and logistics. From Berlin, engaged. Planning a wedding, no history of mental illness. No drug problems, healthy. The first few days are uneventful. Beach during the day, bars at night. July 6, 2014. The group goes out. They're at a bar, watching the World Cup. Germany is playing. Lars gets into an argument with other tourists. Bayern Munich fans. Lars supports a different team. The argument escalates. It gets physical. Someone punches Lars in the head. His friends pull him away. They leave the bar. Lars says he's fine, just shaken up. They go back to the hotel. July 7th, 2014. Morning. Lars wakes up with a headache. His ear is ringing. He has pain in his jaw. His friends tell him to see a doctor. He agrees. They go to a local clinic. The doctor examines him. Possible ruptured eardrum. The doctor prescribes antibiotics, cephalosporin, and advises Lars not to fly. Not yet. The pressure could damage his ear further. Wait a few days, then fly. Lars's friends have to leave. Their vacation is over. They have work. They have to get back to Germany. Lars says he'll stay, wait for his ear to heal, then fly home. His friends leave that afternoon. Lars stays behind. He checks into a cheaper hotel. Hotel Color, near the Varna Airport. Budget accommodation. He's alone now. July 7th, 2014. Evening. Lars calls his mother, Sandra. He tells her what happened, the fight, the ear injury. He says he's staying a few more days. She's concerned, but he sounds okay. Calm, he says, he'll be fine. They talk for a bit. He hangs up. Around 11 p.m., Lars calls his mother again. This time, he sounds different. Scared, he's whispering. He says he's hiding in the hotel bathroom. He says someone is following him. For men, he thinks they want to hurt him, steal his money. His mother asks if he called the police. He says no. He says he'll be okay. He just needs to get to the airport. He'll fly home tomorrow. She tells him to be careful. He hangs up. July 8th, 2014. Morning. Lars goes to the airport. Varna Airport. Small. Regional. He checks in for his flight. Germany. He gets his boarding pass. He goes through security, but he doesn't board the plane. Instead, he goes to the airport's medical office. He asks to see a doctor. The doctor on duty examines him. Lars seems agitated, nervous. He says his ear still hurts. The doctor checks. No visible damage. The doctor says he's cleared to fly. Lars doesn't believe him. He asks for a second opinion. The doctor refuses, says it's not necessary. Lars becomes more agitated. He starts pacing, talking to himself. The doctor tries to calm him. Lars suddenly stops. He looks at something outside the window, or at someone. He doesn't say what. Then he bolts. He runs out of the medical office, down the hallway. Airport security cameras capture everything. Lars is running fast. He looks terrified. He runs through the terminal, past check-in desks, past other travelers. He bursts through the exit, runs across the parking lot, across the tarmac. He jumps a fence, runs into a field, sunflower field, tall plants. He disappears into it. The cameras lose him. That's the last confirmed sighting. Airport security notices Lars running. They try to stop him, but he's already gone. Over the fence, into the field. They call the police. Bulgarian authorities respond. They search the area. The sunflower field is massive, acres, dense. They search for hours. No sign of Lars. No footprints. No belongings. Nothing. They bring in search dogs. The dogs track his scent, from the airport to the fence, into the field. Then the scent disappears, as if he vanished. Police review the security footage. They see Lars running, panicked. They see him jump the fence. They see him enter the field. But they never see him come out. They interview airport staff. The doctor who examined him, he said Lars was acting strange, paranoid, kept looking over his shoulder, asking about someone following him. The doctor saw no one. Police contact Lars's mother. She tells them about the phone call. The night before, Lars hiding in the bathroom, 4 men following him. Police investigate. They check hotel color. The staff remembers Lars. He seemed fine during the day, but at night he was agitated, kept looking out the window, asked if anyone had been asking about him. They said no. Police review the hotel's security footage. They see Lars coming and going, but they see no one following him. No suspicious individuals. Nothing. They check with the clinic. The doctor who treated him on July 7th, he said Lars was calm, normal, no signs of paranoia, no unusual behavior. Something changed between July 7th and July 8th, but what? Police investigate the fight at the bar. They find the Bayern Munich fans, interview them. They admit to the fight, but they say it was minor, a shove, a punch, nothing serious. They left Bulgaria on July 7th. They weren't in Varna on July 8th. They weren't following Lars. Police check Lars's phone records. The last call was to his mother. July 7th, 11 p.m. After that, nothing. No calls, no texts. His phone went offline. They track his credit cards. No activity after July 7th. His bank account. No withdrawals. Nothing. Police interview locals near the airport. Farmers. Residents. No one saw a man running through the fields. No one saw Lars. They search abandoned buildings, barns, sheds. Nothing. Weeks pass. No trace of Lars Mittank. And this is where the story gets strange. Lars Mittank was hit in the head. July 6th. A punch. During the fight. His friends said he seemed fine after. A little shaken, but fine. The doctor at the clinic checked him, prescribed antibiotics, told him not to fly, but didn't find anything serious. No concussion, no major trauma, just a possible ruptured eardrum. But head injuries can be unpredictable, especially if there's internal trauma. A subdural hematoma, bleeding in the brain. It can cause confusion, paranoia, hallucinations, panic. It can happen hours after the injury, even days, and the symptoms can appear suddenly. Is that what happened to Lars? Did the punch cause a brain bleed? Did it make him see things, believe things? Is that why he thought people were following him? But if it was a medical issue, why run? Why not collapse? Why not ask for help? There's another possibility. The antibiotics, cephalosporin, it's generally safe, but in rare cases, it can cause psychiatric side effects, anxiety, paranoia, confusion, especially if combined with alcohol. Lars had been drinking at the bar the night of the fight. Could the antibiotics have reacted badly, made him paranoid? But the doctor at the airport said Lars was agitated before he even took the full course. It had only been a day, not enough time for a severe reaction. There's something else. The phone call to his mother. Lars said 4 men were following him. He was hiding in the bathroom. He sounded terrified. But hotel security footage shows no one in the hallways, no one outside his room. Was he hallucinating? Or were they there, and the cameras just didn't catch them? Hotel Color was a small budget hotel. Not every area was covered by cameras. If someone wanted to follow Lars, they could have, without being seen. But why? What would they want? Lars wasn't wealthy. He was a tourist. He had some cash, a phone. Not worth following, not worth the effort. Unless it was about the fight. The Bayern Munich fans, could they have come back? Wanted revenge. Police said no. They'd already left Bulgaria. But what if there were others? Friends of the fans. People who weren't identified. There's one more detail. The doctor at the airport. Lars was in the medical office. He was talking to the doctor. Then he looked at something. Outside the window. Or at someone. The doctor said Lars's expression changed, from nervous to terrified. Then he ran. What did he see? The doctor looked. He saw nothing unusual, just the terminal, other travelers. But Lars saw something that made him run. Was it in his mind, or was it real? Theory 1. Lars had a traumatic brain injury. The punch caused internal bleeding, a delayed hematoma. It caused paranoia, hallucinations. He believed people were following him. He panicked, ran into the field, collapsed, died. His body is still out there, somewhere in the Bulgarian countryside. This explains the sudden change in behavior, the paranoia, the panic. But it doesn't explain why his body was never found. Massive searches, dogs, helicopters. Nothing. Theory 2. Lars was being followed. The men he mentioned were real. They tracked him to the airport. He saw them. He ran. They caught him in the field, killed him, hid the body. This explains the phone call to his mother, his fear, his need to escape. But it doesn't explain the motive. Why would anyone target Lars? He was nobody, a tourist. Theory 3. Lars had a psychotic break, triggered by the head injury, or the antibiotics, or both. He lost touch with reality, believed he was in danger, ran into the field, kept running, died of exposure, or drowned in a river, or fell into a ravine. This explains the behavior, the paranoia, the sudden panic, but it doesn't explain the lack of evidence. No body, no clothing. No trace. Theory 4. Lars is alive. He ran because he wanted to disappear. The paranoia was real, or maybe it was an excuse. He didn't want to go home, didn't want to get married. He staged a panic, started a new life somewhere else. This explains why he's never been found. But it doesn't explain the footage, the terror on his face. That wasn't acting. That was real fear. Theory 5. Lars was abducted by someone in the field. Human traffickers, criminals. They saw him running, alone, vulnerable. They took him. He's alive, but not free. This explains the lack of a body, the lack of evidence. But it doesn't explain the timing, The field was searched within hours. If someone took him, they moved fast. Every theory has a flaw. Every explanation leaves a question. In the days after Lars disappeared, German authorities joined the investigation. Interpol was contacted. The case went international. Lars's family traveled to Bulgaria. They searched, posted flyers, offered a reward, €5,000 for information. Tips came in, sightings, possible locations. None led to Lars. In 2015, Bulgarian police conducted another search, expanded the area, searched forests, rivers, mountains. Nothing. In 2016, a body was found near Varna, unidentified, male, around Lars's age. DNA testing was done. It wasn't him. In 2017, the airport footage went viral, shared across the internet, millions of views. People analyzed every frame, tried to see what Lars saw. No one could. In 2018, a man in Germany claimed to be Lars, contacted authorities, said he'd been living off the grid. DNA test proved he wasn't Lars. In 2019, a psychic contacted the family, said Lars was alive, working on a farm in Turkey. The family investigated. It was false. In 2020, new searches were conducted, using ground-penetrating radar in areas near the airport. Nothing was found. In 2023, Bulgarian authorities officially closed the case, declared Lars missing, presumed dead. But the German authorities keep it open. They still receive tips, still investigate. Lars's mother, Sandra, has never stopped searching. She travels to Bulgaria every year, visits the airport, walks the fields, talks to locals. She believes he's alive, somewhere. As of 2026, Lars Mittank has been missing for 12 years. The case is still open in Germany. The footage is still online, still watched, still analyzed. Lars's family maintains a website, wo-ist-lars.da. They post updates. They field tips. They haven't given up. In 2024, a documentary revisited the case, interviewed witnesses, reviewed the evidence. No new conclusions, just more questions. The field where Lars disappeared has been searched over 20 times, by police, by volunteers, by search and rescue teams, with dogs, with drones, with radar. Nothing has ever been found. The airport still has the footage, in their archive, preserved, a record of the moment Lars Mittank vanished. Theories continue online, Reddit threads, YouTube analysis, TikTok breakdowns. Everyone has an opinion. No one has an answer. If you have information about Lars Mittank, contact the German Federal Police, BKA, 496-11551, or visit wo-ist-lars.d to submit tips directly to his family. The road keeps going. The cameras captured everything, the panic, the fear, the running, but they didn't capture what he saw. They didn't show what terrified him. 12 years later, the footage plays, over and over. Millions watch, and no one knows. What was Lars Mittank running from? If you know something about this case, the comments are open. If you want more roads like this, I'll keep driving.